Good to see you, Lena.
Good.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations,
Mwah,
y'all.
mwah,
We have
mwah.
some technical difficulties, but we
Good to
are
see you,
here
gals. Hi.
now. Oh my goodness. Ladies, please, since Deanne, you're top right, please introduce yourself and your channel. Then we'll go to Lena and Linda, and then we will kick this off.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Deanne, and my channel is Deanne Shield Maiden Tarot, and kind of after ancestry on that side, Norwegian ancestry. And I do readings on politics, personal readings, and supernatural. On Friday, we have a show, Freaky Friday, and I have a little business called Manifest Shop USA that I sell manifesting oils and crystals and things like that. So that's me.
Miss Lena.
Okay.
Howdy,
Lena.
howdy, everyone. I'm
Dr.
coming to you
Lena.
from Australia. That's why the weird accent. So I also do political tarot. So here, let's go.
And my name is Linda G. Comancho Psycho. I'm coming to you live from Northern California. And may I bring up the other day I had a vision of a large fire or an eruption between Nevada and Nebraska. The Grand Canyon's on fire and Utah's on fire right now, and it's huge. So that must have been that bright orange glow I saw.
Really?
Yeah, I saw your video saying that.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you, everybody. Thank you to all our mods in here. Thank you so much. I saw Ron, who's wonderful. Thank you.
And I just want to say, for any of my viewers who are confused, because we share viewers, of course, I did a video yesterday and then YouTube took it down for, are you ready?
Yeah.
Nudity. No, I didn't take my clothes
Nudity?
off.
Was
I
it
didn't
something
take my
on the
clothes
card?
off.
Did the card have nudity on it?
Yeah, it was. I had a deck of cards that I've used before, another deck. I mean, really, and they're highly stylized cards. You know, they're not like human figures. I mean, really.
Yeah, and it's 18 and older. 18 and older
Yeah,
for the channel.
exactly.
I mean, so that shouldn't a card.
But see,
Yeah.
that's all
So
a
now
part.
I'm a scandal.
No. That's all a part of this ultra censorship.
Yeah.
Anything you can watch a body get exploded, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't show a woman's breast.
Don't show a cartoon. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
But ladies, can I get everybody just to turn their volume down just a little bit? Because we've got a little bit of an echo going
Yeah, I
on.
can hear an echo too.
All right. So let us
Linda
get
down
started.
there, everybody knows her. I think.
Oh yes. Oh, and I'm Tanya from Tea Time with Tanya, and we are about to get started, y'all. I want us to do. We are going to do a grand slam tarot prediction for the rest of the summer, or y'all want to do the rest of the year? Should we just
Oh, the
focus on the
summer's
summer?
far enough, I reckon.
All
I
right.
still hear a background echo. I put
Yeah,
mine
I
on
do
mute.
too.
Put mine on mute. Put yours on mute, except the person that's talking.
I'm turning my fan off just in case.
Oh, that's it.
Did
Oh
that
no,
help?
it's not. No, it helps, but it's not it.
I don't understand what it is. I don't have any other chat streams open, so I don't know why there's
I don't
this
either.
feedback. And I've gone into the mixer to try to and turned on the reduced background, but it doesn't help. So I'll complain about it afterwards. It seems
I
that
don't have
we've got
anything else
about a
open
1.5
either, just this.
second delay.
Lena, you're muted. I think you're muted. You and Linda are muted.
Okay.
Can you hear me? You're muted.
I hear you. I hear you. But I think
You
they're
mute
waiting
it, so
for
if you'll
what we're about
notice,
to
you
do.
don't hear the background anymore. We're going to mute until it's time for us to talk.
Right.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
this was purpose.
So
Okay.
let's get started. So the first thing we want to do, and everybody's going to get their turn for their own throw. So first throw. This is the August. Oh my goodness. This is June 13th. Oh, middle of June, the fat part. July. I'm sorry. July. Thank you, Linda. July 13th. Why don't we do for the next 30 days from now to the middle of August? Everyone. And everybody gets to give their own spiel. And when you're ready, just click your mic on and start talking. Wait.
You still can't unmute, Lena? Oh, no. There you are.
It's okay. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a big summer, obviously.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go because I just threw a few cards and see what I got here. I got the Six of Swords in reverse, and so I'm feeling like this has to do with unresolved issues, things that were going on in the country that are unresolved, and everybody is just overwhelmed and feels like we're stuck kind of in a rut right now, like that we can't get out. We don't know how to resolve these issues with what's going on with immigration and everything else. But I get later on the Ace of Swords. So I'm feeling like that may stand for there's going to be some clarity or some truth that's going to come out about some things. Later on in I don't know if it'll be, I keep getting September, but we can't do time can be, we can be wrong on time, but I keep getting that there's going to be some sort of clarity, some sort of truth that's going to come out that they don't want to come out, and it's going to cause a lot of chaos in the country. It's something that people aren't prepared for. I feel like eventually Elon's going to come out and tell what he knows. I mean, he's been kind of just putting stuff out there a little bit at a time. Has to do with manipulation and greed and trickery. I feel like part of me wants to think the manipulation and the greed and the trickery and the conniving could have to do with the election. And it also could have to do with the Epstein files that, everybody is up in arms about that. So I feel like some information's coming out about that. And then I get the world, that things are going to start getting a little bit better. The world is going to know about this. This is going to be something that might affect the whole world or be heard through the whole world. But I'm really feeling like there's some stuff coming out with Elon, and there's some stuff coming out about this Epstein file. People are not letting it go. They just want to know. And he's trying to hide it, which makes him look a little bit more guilty. So that's what I got on my cards that I pulled.
Wait. All right. Who's next? Who's ready? All right.
I can go if you like, Tanya.
Go ahead.
This little spread I've done is in two parts. First, the crap, and then the resolution. So it's just like real life. Yeah, okay. So this is the card of theft, and I think, Democrats are upset because of having the Kamala's election stolen, and MAGA's still spinning its wheels about 2020, etc. In other words, everyone's upset by all this stuff going on. It has to come to the tower, which I think in a way we're in I don't think it's way in the future. It's sort of now. And I always say to people with the tower, don't try and do a tower on your own, right? If you're going through real strife in your life, that's when you need support. And it might not be from family. It might not be from your immediates. You need like-minded people, right? And then look at these next two cards. This is the Two of Cups and the Lovers, which are all about joining with people you trust, who respect you, and who have your best interests at heart. And I think if Americans can do that, this is a time for bridges that no one would have seen even a month ago, 2 months ago. And it's because of like the crises that are coming, and Mexicans saving Texan children and people standing up to ICE, and the boycotts really rocking. It's like people are coming together despite everything. So that's my takeaway on it. There will be epic things, boom, boom, boom. But like these communities join together.
Goodness, fantastic. Linda.
So isn't the tower usually represented by Saturn?
Yes.
Yeah, because that Saturn is about ready to roll some pins.
Yeah, and Uranus, the planet of crazy. So yeah,
it's going into Gemini.
Yeah,
more crazy.
Yeah. So my cards are about, we got some good news here. The outcome is there will be celebration, and things from the past will come forward to haunt this, this child. Did you see he got booed at the World Cup thing? They were booing him. It was so loud. And he gives that look. He was standing there like this. He gets that look when he's being booed. He doesn't like it. So he's going down in popularity. I will tell you this. This is my take on it. Elon Musk isn't going to give up everything. He's going to he won't release, he may release behind closed doors to somebody else, but he's not going to come out with the Epstein stuff. And he's not going to be truthful about the stealing, because they stole with his Starlink. He still wants those government jobs. He still needs that money. So but the Epstein thing, I'm sorry, you'll still have to wait a little bit. You'll have to wait a little bit before all that comes out. But it is clear, a lot of this stuff was already out there, like the girls that were assaulted and everything. It's all out there. They got pictures, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. And they're always talking about the girls. Wait till they get to the boys. Hello.
Yes. And the other thing is, they were all thinking, oh, we're going to get Bill Clinton, etc. But he's the biggest one in this whole deal. But my thing is, he must have known this was going to come back to haunt him. Bill Barr arranged for the killing that happened in jail. That was all arranged. And then they send everybody a fake video that's been obviously pasted.
It looks like I edited it.
So we're coming out of a period. Listen, we still got a little bit ways to go, but we're coming out of a period of illness, because he creates illness. By the way, those beautiful men that saved from Mexico, that saved these children, etc., the governor is having them removed. They're arresting them as we speak. So the sheriff that said they're welcome in my town anyway, I think stuff is going to happen. And let me tell you something, and I've said this, you guys, so I'm blue in the face. And don't worry, eventually we're going to start seeing our money again. He's going to crack when he knows. See, what the thing is, and you guys agree with this, when you've got nothing left to lose, what's going to stop you from creating havoc? When you've got, your mother is barely making it, she gets pulled out of a center that's taking care of her. When you don't have enough food to feed your children or baby formula, and you can't afford food in the house when a cucumber is $5, what's to stop you from creating chaos? And let me tell you, there's going to be, you think the marching is, we're still okay considering, but it's about ready to plummet. The one good news right now, you guys, and I want you to know this, he is giving arms to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And they've cut, Bill Graham is in on this, Lindsey Graham. They're definitely putting, what do you call, where they start, they hold their money, they do all kinds of stuff. To Putin, the one that he's supposed to be, he works more for Netanyahu than he does Putin. Yeah, Netanyahu is the one that rules him. But anyway, yeah, so Putin is pissed.
Oh, totally. Just a quick comment here that I read this morning that Trump has seen Netanyahu more than he's seen Melania.
Yes. Oh, Linda, I wanted to tell you real quick before I forget. Did you see that Elon on X already admitted it? He said, I rigged the election once, I can do it again. It was stayed on for 10 minutes and he deleted it and some people got screenshots of it. So he admitted it. So I think if he gets deported, he keeps saying, Trump keeps talking about deporting him, then he has no
He'll
reason
release
to be quiet.
If he deports him, he can release that and he can release the Epstein stuff.
Yep. Oh.
All right. Y'all ready for mine?
Hell yeah.
Go.
All right. Y'all hold on to your draws. I'm going to give you a week by week. All right. First week, we are in July 13th. So for this week, the first card I got is the Ace of Swords. Like Deanne said, there's about to be some clarity. Somebody's about to shed the light on everything. A canary is fixing to sing. And I think this is going to be a canary other than Elon. Elon's credibility is in the toilet. And everybody already knows that Donnie's name is already all over the Epstein files. Hell, he was his best buddy. But this is going to be somebody else who has credibility. Somebody from the shadows that is unexpected is going to appear speaking the truth. And it's going to be against the El Rey, the king, the want-to-be king. So this week, this particular week, Donnie is going to be, and I like to say wiling, and there's going to be a lot of focus around money, currency. I know he's got a whole fight with everybody with the tariffs. He's being embarrassed right now. So expect him to hurt, because when he gets his feelings hurt, he hurts America. Mm-hmm. So expect the stock market to do backflips this week to show Donnie's displeasure, because nothing is going his way. Now, the week of the 20th, first card we got is the doggone Two of Pentacles, the juggler. He is going to be trying to figure out how to I would like to say the F word, but I'm not going to say it. He is going to be trying to figure out how to un-F what he effed this week, next week. All right, that's how he's going to start the week. And the second card we got is the Magician. So he's going to have all of his top brass trying to expect next week for there to be some huge distraction to get us to look away from the mess that he is going to create this week. So it's gonna be a liar's brigade next week, trying to shift the blame. The third card, and this one kind of solidifies it. He's gonna be kind of panicking. Now, Donnie doesn't care. Remember, his job is to wreck the economy. He's doing a bang-up job. He's doing exactly what he was put in there to do. He is finishing what he started in 2017, 18, when he got in there, 16 the first time. It was 16 when he got in there the first time. He is trying to finish it. Now, this is him. The first word on this card is ambition. So I think in this week, this is the this is still the second week. With all the things that are going to be coming to light, we're going to see him as he is. And Donnie's sick. He's sick. He is not well. And you can see his old reptile self around his eyes. You really can. His face ain't fitting well. You can see it, color and all. Look hard. You ain't even got to look hard. Just look. All right. The week, the 27th of July starts off with the Four of Cups. Something is not going to be going the way of the White House. Take this cup from me. I don't want to deal with this. Again, we've got sickness starting in the week of the 27th. This is the last week of July. I think this is where we're going to see. Here's old death. Here's our buddy, our new beginning right here. But he shows up the last week of July. And I kind of figure that because Donnie's not going to go all at once. Donnie's gonna give us a show. He's got to go out with a bang. He's got to. He can't just drop dead. So, and then we've got the last card for that week. We've got the 9 of Cups. And this is my little court, holding on to all the wealth. So expect a whole bunch of another shift of wealth to be going on the 4th week of July. Okay, first week of August, where still everything is dealing with money. But this one starts off, he's gonna have screwed us majorly, some kind of way. First week of August, this could be Social Security, Medicaid. This could be him, because he's gonna be sitting back rolling in his dough, counting his money. But I feel this is when the whole nation is going to rise up against him. This is the first week of August. Even though they're expecting this, they're not expecting what they're going to get. And the weather and everything is going to be playing a grand scheme. We're going to have earthquakes, storms, 100-year storms every 2 freaking days. It is going to be, I'm going to use your word, apocalyptic. But no need to fear, because we're going to be all right. We just have to get through. All this is an energy shift, and all of this stuff has to happen. So don't be afraid. Grab your popcorn, get to the nosebleed section, take your energy out of chaos and put it into yourself. You don't have to buy into what's going on in Washington. If you can't fix it, worrying about it ain't gonna help you. Watch from a distance with no emotion. Starve the beast. Don't feed it.
Starve the beast. Yes.
We're gonna be all right. We just have to get through this energy. And this is a cleansing. And once it's done, it's done. Things will start to change. And where you choose to ascend from is where you choose to ascend from. Y'all, please jump in.
Yeah, that's true.
This too shall pass, but the good news
Don't you
is a
guys
lot
think Texas
of the
was a big
MAGAs
wake-up
are not
call?
liking their king anymore.
When it
They're
took
just
them
not liking their king anymore.
3 days
And you know,
to get
the
there, and
feeling,
Mexico.
I think they were
Everybody's-
subconsciously even looking for a reason to turn on him. And they couldn't find one with all this usual stuff, you know, and then all of that has been plonked onto the Epstein stuff.
Yes. So can I ask you guys, so, you know, they're not looking at throwing Trump under the bus with Epstein. It's interesting. They're looking more at who are the Democrats that are in there. But actually, Trump is the major player here. I don't understand. So they keep pushing it. Maybe is it they push it because they know he's the major player and they're just playing dumb?
Well, it's just like
I don't understand why they're so invested in it.
Yes.
It's like the floods in Texas. They're blaming Obama for the floods in Texas. It's like at what point is Donnie going to take responsibility for his cabinet?
Never.
He's not going to. As long as he can shift the blame, he's going to shift the blame. And all of his minions shift right along with him. Oh, it was their fault.
By the way, they said Bogina, the second in command at the FBI has apparently.
Bongino?
Yeah, he's leaving. They'll announce it Monday. I think that's why Trump called for Matt Gaetz. I think he's thinking of putting Matt Gaetz in that position.
Oh.
That sounds about right. Yeah, and Obama and Clinton wrote the Epstein files too now, apparently.
Oh my God. Well, you know, Barr had
in there. It was because Obama wrote it.
Barr had a big thing on this, and Barr was the one that went and saw Epstein the night before the incident occurred. And Barr's father, he was protecting his father because his father was the one that gave Epstein a job he was not qualified for the sake of grooming children. So,
okay.
But that's what they keep secret is that Barr's father, all of them, he was a groomer himself. He was, pedos of a feather, you know. But the whole thing is what our commander in chief is trying to hide. The biggest thing is that little girl who was linked with, I believe, Prince Andrew was employed at Mar-a-Lago. Her name is on the books while she was a child, an underage, under 16 child. And I believe that is one of the things that he is really trying, because if they start looking into that, they're going to find, for entertainment purposes only. But I believe that the Mar-a-Lago records is going to be a record of human trafficking. All these little girls' names are, because to get them from America to the islands, that's international child transport. However, if they are employees, then you skirt the rules. So I believe Mar-a-Lago may have been a depot, a way station.
Oh, interesting.
They had all those women from Russia using Mar-a-Lago to come and have anchor babies. That was a human trafficking port for entertainment purposes only.
Well, let me tell you, that was just like into itself.
Yeah.
You cannot create all this negative. Yeah, that you can't create. And let me tell you, Maxwell, I don't know if she'd take a pardon from him.
It's like he could have done it a month ago or something, but not now after this crisis.
Well, he's probably trying to get her to sign an NDE. I feel like she's not trusting him. Do you remember when Bill Barr wanted to go see her after she was arrested? She said no, because she didn't want to end up like Epstein.
She's safer in prison. She is safer in prison. So if they let her out of prison, she will disappear. She's a liability.
Yep.
Because you got the name. I mean, the names that didn't come out are the names of potentates, heads of state, kings of countries, not just some Rudy Toot senators from the United States, some perverts. Oh no, these are kings. These are men of means. These are women of means. And the way that they try to sanitize it is they only show, like you were saying, they only show the faces of the little girls. But we know, oh my God, Nickelodeon Island traffic little boys like doggone boxcars. So, and those little boys, those don't survive to tell tales.
Yeah.
That island, that is a graveyard of children.
Oh, it's like Grindr. Remember Grindr? They said the Republicans were talking about something with putting sanctions on Grindr. They said, if you do anything to us, we're going to release all the names of you people in Congress and the Senate that use us, Grindr. We're going to release all the names. They didn't talk about it.
I heard that.
I love that.
It's like, release them. We want to know, Democrat or Republican. We want to know. That's the different Democrats. Democrats usually will hold their own accountable most of the time. The Republicans,
look at that.
He's accused like Gates.
Look at that wonderful governor. Not governor. What was his name? He was on Saturday Night Live. He left over a picture.
Yeah. But Gates stays in there. So it's funny how the Republicans are turning on him over this Epstein thing. The kids in cages, the alligator Auschwitz, all this stuff is not a bridge too far, but the Epstein thing, they're turning on him. And I wonder if it's what you guys say. It's because it's a way to save face. They kind of are getting disillusioned. And then the Medicaid cuts. Most red states are the ones that have the most Medicaid and food stamps and things like that. California subsidizes a lot of that.
That will be the bridge.
But they're coming hard on California. Huh?
The cuts to Medicaid and Medicare will be the bridge too far.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's July 17th is the No King's Day March Part 2. And I got a feeling it's going to be even bigger now because of the Medicaid and because of what's going on with the alligator thing. It's going to be bigger. And
but it's going to be chaotic.
It's
going to be dangerous for the people who are protesting, because Donnie's going to take that opportunity to show his might. He's going to sick the government. He's going to sick the military on the American people.
But will the military turn on the American people?
Yes.
Will they turn around? Because I've often felt, some of them may, but I feel a lot of them are, it's against the Constitution to go after civilians.
Let's throw cards
but
on
most
that.
service members are trained to take immediate commands from their commander. But when this first happened, one of my viewers who comes from a military family said sometimes in situations like this, they're given the option, do you want to be one of the ones going out there or not? Can someone let us know in the comments if service members are given that choice or not? Because I don't want to just put it out there if it's not true. I'd like to know, though. But I think, as we all know, the Black community is sitting this one out.
Isn't it? I'm telling you, they know exactly what's going on. They ain't playing this game. They are not going to play this game.
And obviously, there can't be a big Hispanic population marching because of ICE. So it's up to Anglo-America to stand up in this time in history.
Yes.
So I'd like to say to people, just be very, very, very careful. Do not go on your own. Go in a group. Have plans. If you get separated, you're going to meet at place X. Make sure you have a pro bono lawyer, all of you, in your phone. Just do the usual protest stuff to stay safe. And have milk for
Yeah,
tear
they say
gas
have
too.
water
That's
too in
always
case you
important.
get pepper sprayed.
Milk for, because they're using other sorts of
Maybe
things
wear
too.
heavy clothes or something.
Yep. But
Okay.
the only thing that protects and moves the dial at this stage is huge numbers. Big numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On martial law to see how the people would, if he could get away with it, how people would react, things like that? Or do you think it was just to get Gavin Newsom and, because there's a big Hispanic community there? Because that was ridiculous down there at a park with children, going through horseback. And here this is all happening in Texas. He's golfing and the military and all these people, tanks, everything are in California. It's really a bad look, but it makes me wonder if he's just itching for martial law. And that's why everybody has to be peaceful, because I think he's going to send in agitators, don't you? That there'll be agitators.
Oh, they've always done
people.
that too. The ones that rush ahead and break the windows and stuff, and they're always police plants and stuff. In the comments, someone said use saline, not milk. My protest days are dated, so use saline. Yeah. Now,
protest, and he had his volume turned up, and he had the sound of like machine guns, and it sounded, people were diving to the ground and they were scared that they were going to get shot. Some people were clutching onto their chest. These are elderly people, a lot of them. And so the one of, what is the name of that group? There's a group that plans all this stuff. She called the police and they wouldn't do anything about it. She's like, we have his license number. We have many, many witnesses. They said, well, nothing we can do because he didn't actually do it. So we're supposed to wait for it to be real. People thought this was real. Like somebody could have had a heart attack. But yeah, I think that's the thing too, is there's going to be people, they try to make it look like it's the Dems doing violence. I heard that they even set cars on fire. Police, that they said cops set their own cars on fire to take pictures and say the Dems did it.
Remember the George Floyd marches, when piles of bricks would appear? And the videos of the police staging those bricks in the middle of the night. Remember, people need to remember, the police force do not work for the people. The police force is there to protect the government. They are an arm of the government. They are the first military form of the government. They have they say to protect and serve. It does not say us. It just says to protect and serve. The ones that they protect and serve are the government, not us. So please, y'all, understand that. Everything, the spell that we are under, was given to us upside down and backwards. So we're always searching for the truth. But we are finding it now. And as we all are waking up, which they all want us to stay asleep and pay attention, they are mad at you and calling you names for daring to open your eyes. Because with your eyes closed, they can pick your pocket. They can steal your children. But with your eyes open, it's harder to fool you. We have to pay attention. We cannot be willfully ignorant anymore. We have to take responsibility for ourselves and begin to educate ourselves and step into the roles that we are here for. Big mamas, grandmamas, my dears, it's time to step up. It's time for the divine feminine to rise. That's what we're here for. The power of balance. It's not political. It's spiritual. And it's the women that have been robbed, that have been enslaved. And this is what is being made right. So, ladies, please stand in your roles. Let go of this garbage and let's make this shift happen, and let it make it happen the way that we desire it, not the way the patriarchy wants to continue to keep us scraping and scrounging and crying on our knees, because that's what this is all about, to take away our security to where we beg them for scraps. We don't need them. They need us.
How do you guys feel about the midterms? You know, a lot of people are saying there's not going to be a midterm. I feel like there will, but I feel like there'll be cheating. But how are you guys feeling about it?
Democrats are going to win by a landslide. You've got a good amount of time before the midterms. Oh, Trump would love to start. Remember, the reason he won this time is because of Starlink
Lena,
and Musk.
Linda?
What? Of Starlink and Musk. What?
What
You
did you
can't
say,
hear me?
Linda? It went out on us a little bit.
Can't hear me?
I can
this
now.
thing. Okay, so I don't want. I'm going to tell you right now, the midterms are going to be a wash. It's going to take out the Republicans big time. Even the Republicans are announcing that's going to happen, especially with this Epstein thing. So
And I think what we're looking at.
Who's going to help him? Putin's not going to help him anymore. Elon's not going to help him anymore. Who's going to help him?
And I think what we're living through generally, everything is happening very fast. Things that used to take 100 years take 1 year. Things that took a year take months and days, and so much between here and there. A month ago, I was really depressed about the midterms, thinking, oh, I don't know if there's a midterm, you know, like, but you can feel the energy shift now. And I believe the American people would not tolerate him trying to cancel the midterms now in a way that maybe 2 months ago they would go, oh, whatever, you know, not now and not going forward, you know. And it has to be too big to steal, too. This is the other thing.
Yeah, and I think it's good, too. These protests, these big protests, Lena, is that you guys, Australia, other places are seeing this is not all of us. He does not represent the majority of us.
We know that.
You know?
We know that. But at the same time, what we've also been forced to watch, which is scary for everyone in the world, the legal system has not protected the United States. We've watched one after the other fall down, and Merrick Garland spending 4 years not prosecuting J6. That was horrifying to the rest of the world. Going, this is not good. This is no longer a working democracy, right? So whoever gets into power has some real catching up to do in the legal term, and we all know the problem is the Supreme Court. So while you've got a corrupt Supreme Court, the legal system can't work because the judges do the right thing on all the other levels. Then it goes there and it falls over in the armpit of these nutcases. You know, that cannot continue. Can I just add to that before I forget this thought? I agree with Linda. If it's a blue wave, the Dems have to use that wave this time and not just add to the Supreme Court, because that becomes a game. Then they come in and they add. No, you have to actually impeach Alito and Thomas. And the work's been done. Sheldon Whitehouse has spent 5 years. He's got the paperwork ready to go, okay? Don't add numbers, get rid of the problem.
But the whole problem is the government itself. Our government is so corrupt. Another election, whether Democrats win or not, we have seen, and I'm sorry, But we have seen our so-called future leaders on the Democratic side stand up in real time and disappoint the crap out of us in real time in the last 3-4 days. They have shown us exactly who they are. The ones with the most power have shown us. The ones who voted to put the people who are in power right now were Democrats. The only way that the Republicans have the power they have is because of the Democrats who gave that power to them by giving them their vote. We can't gloss over that. We have to call the problem out as it is. The problem is the government beast itself. We can't wish for it to be fixed. That thing needs to die. And when it does, then we can build on solid ground without slavery, because government is the slave master and we are all the slaves. And we have to understand that is if we keep giving our power to them to tell us what we can and can't do, what we can have and what we can't have. And if we continue, because that's that false dependency, that one thing Trump is doing, and y'all please don't think I'm pro-Trump in any way, but one thing that he is doing is showing us where everything is broken, where we have become dependent on the government for so many things that people, it's no longer a right. It is a flat out entitlement. And we've got people, and I'm gonna pick on the one person because I know everybody has seen this one lady. She was the very first one. Everybody kind of calls her Methany. There's this one woman, she says, I've got 4 kids. I'm on food stamps. I'm on Medicaid. I'm on Medicare. They done took I'm on Section 8. They done took all my money. What I'm supposed to do? And she's like 32 years old with meth mouth and ain't nothing
6
wrong.
kids.
Well, ain't nothing wrong. Visually wrong with her besides indulging too much in illicit drugs.
But she doesn't
He said,
represent
I won't work.
everybody.
The government has to take care of me.
But she is. I know there are people who need it. And I'm not.
People work at Walmart and still need Medicaid.
And they
Yes,
did that on purpose.
exactly.
Yes.
They qualify for SNAP and Medicaid because the wages are so low.
So low.
But the government allows the corporation to do that. This
The government is a corporation.
welfare.
So the
We
problem
point
is
at the employees
the-
instead of the employers. Walmart, all these big businesses need to be fined
Amazon,
for
all of
human crimes
Yeah.
against humanity.
We need to start paying livable wages. And let me tell you something else. Our founding fathers said Congress should never really get a paycheck. They feared Congress would vote for themselves more money. That's all they do. They want more money. They have great health care. They sit on Easy Street with all these big holidays with great health care, and the rest of us can eat squat.
yeah, and I'd go as far as
There
to
was
say,
a lady. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, Deanne.
No, I'm sorry. I just said there was a lady who got on there and she said that they're going to replace the immigrants who work on the farms and things like that with Medicaid people. They can pay for their health care, but 60% of the people on Medicaid are working, and the rest of them are elderly in nursing homes, disabled, and so there is like this many that are actually could do it. So yeah, it's just let's see how that works. That's not going to
There
work.
are abusers of the system. I know as a nurse, I had patients who would have children just to get that extra check to live with it was in the family, the grandmother, the mother, and the daughters. And they would have them have babies because in those days, they'd pay you for each baby. They don't do that anymore. But I remember a crack cocaine woman delivering a child, the APGAR score 01, the baby didn't make it. Busy telling me, when am I going to get my check? Not worried about the baby at all.
It's very tempting to always we can always point at someone who's raughty.
Yeah, there's always somebody, but they changed the law so you can't take advantage of that anymore.
Yeah, but also I want to make a bigger point here, which is, I just did that throwaway line, the government is a corporation. I think that's the actual problem, is conservatives always, everywhere, get into power saying, oh, we've got to be financially responsible. But governments should not be businesses. That's the point. And they keep trying to run them as businesses.
Yeah.
No. And so got to rethink what a government should do, what their responsibility is, and what they don't have to do. So your responsibility in a government is to educate people at a level where, because if you ask some very young people now in all sorts of ways, they don't even know about the Constitution. That word's used all the time in the US, for or against it. And everyone will come back, oh, I know there's a Second Amendment. That's not good enough to have a Second Amendment and nothing else.
There you go, yeah.
But one more thing is I'd like to say no country is free, no people are free if you do not have universal health care. You can't be free.
No.
Because you're either paying huge amounts to be insured or you're not insured. And either way, that stress, I mean, we can't conceive in Australia of that stress you guys must be under all the time.
Well, someone just brought up a very good point. Our military qualifies for SNAP and Medicaid. Our military, our young men and women have to struggle to live.
And it's amazing how badly paid people are. And then you move to the corporations. So if we go back to the old days, meaning the 60s and 70s, right? A CEO, on average, would earn 7 times what their lowest worker earned, which was a lot of money then. I'm sure they had a nice house, 7 times. Now it's 300 times, 400 times. You see how it's got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
It makes CEOs, you can't earn more than, let's say, 10 times what your average worker earns. That's your ceiling for CEOs. That'd change behavior.
And you got to do something about daycare too, because daycare can't take your whole check. I mean, you can't afford, if you're a mother, your husband left you or whatever,
that's bad here
deadbeat dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, but listen, if you have a spontaneous abortion and they think you did something to cause that, you're in jail.
This is creepy stuff now. This is real Handmaid's Tale, And someone was telling me the story yesterday or something. A Republican congresswoman, whose name I didn't recognize. Anyway, she was having an ectopic pregnancy, so she had to have the obstetric care. She had to go to 3 hospitals, even as a wealthy right-wing congresswoman. So instead of that waking her up, you know what her takeaway was?
What?
The Dems have made the doctors too scared. You can't save people from themselves.
No.
That was a window
in
for
South
her
Carolina,
to see.
They're trying to make a law in South Carolina that says that if you have a miscarriage, that you have to prove that it wasn't your fault, because if they think you were riding a bike or riding a horse or on a plane or doing anything, they could convict you and jail you for life or give you the death penalty. That's what they want.
If this was an Islamic country, we would be up in arms. How barbaric. Isn't that terrible? The poor women in that country, Sharia law. Yes, someone says Sharia law in America. And it is.
It's Christian Sharia
and
law.
It's the worst of Sharia law.
Is what it is.
The good news is thus far, every person they've thrown before a jury that they wanted to do that to got off. No jury will do it. Most jurors are regular people, and they're saying, why would I put that girl in jail? She lost that baby accidentally. But they'll put him in front. Just like that Garcia guy, let me give you a prediction on that guy. He's going to get off scot-free because they got nothing on him. They got nothing. They got fake people that are going to say things and not keep their story straight. You know, the grand jury said he was going to go before a jury, and they're going to get him for all this transporting and all this stuff. He's going to get off. I'm telling you right now.
I hope he makes it out of detention. I hope he makes it out of detention because he might be disappeared.
I know. I'm worried about him. I know. I'm worried about him.
Well, did you hear that there was some group about crimes against humanity? I don't know if it was NATO or what it was, that they were talking to El Salvadorian, president, and he said that they could come back anytime they want, that it was not true that Trump said they're over there and we can't get them back. He said all they got to do is ask.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping them here at the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get paid. They get paid to keep them. They get paid to keep them.
Yeah.
So he lied. Well, surprise.
Yeah.
So do you guys feel like those people will come back from El Salvador?
A good portion of them. Just like we knew some of the children that were stolen by us.
There's going to be a lot of
we
lawsuits.
We got a good
too,
portion of them, but we didn't get all of them. We didn't get all of them.
No.
Yeah. Well, we live in interesting times. But what I'm optimistic about is people who were feeling really paralyzed and depressed and down.
Yes.
There's a new yes. I mean, there were times I've rung Marianne and different people who've had to talk me off the ceiling, but there feels like a change and a shift. And it's like, the 7 stages of grief and all of that stuff. It's like it's now the angry phase in a good way, because there needs to be a righteous anger and then be able to channel that righteous anger into massive energy.
Yes. And I told my guys when this happened, because most of us saw her winning. I mean, the proof was in the pudding. He couldn't get anybody to get to his rallies. He had to pay people, or he'd bus them in and then give them a bus ride back. And then she was packed full to the house.
And the energy and the joy at that
stage. And we thought for sure, we thought, oh, this is a done deal. When he won, it was really suspicious. And of course, now we know he stole it. But the other thing is, I asked my guides, and I've said this story before. I'm sorry if I'm repeating it too many times, but I said to them, how could this happen? What exactly is going on here? Why did you show me that she would win? And they said, Linda, man has free will, which is true, free will to cheat. But don't worry, because he needs his people to see who he really is.
Yes. Exactly. And I've thought about that since. Had she properly been allowed to win and so forth, all the MAGA stuff would be
it would have been like Biden. He never got a break.
Go this way in the bigger picture, because look how he screwed up now 160 days in or something, in a way that had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I truly believe that Kamala was spared being in charge at this time, because had she been sworn in, she would have been tormented relentlessly.
Exactly. They would have made it impossible to do any
confidence in her. It would have been terrible.
Mind you, also, and this has to be said.
I agree, and they would have said it was stolen.
Yes, and all of that. So in a way, I think now with a bit of hindsight, we can see the big picture better. But also, I still will never understand why they conceded so early. and did not demand a recount. And so I think part of the big visual, it was Gore Bush all over again. So what I think this is about, big picture, is we also have to see the limitations of the current Dem leadership.
Yes.
Because the new guard has to be, there's such talent in the Dems.
Oh,
you can't move for fabulous
AOC
people.
and Crockett. Oh, these are the winners here.
Oh, all of them. And remember Stacey Abrams and this Katie Porter who, can crush a pharmaceutical executive in 5 minutes. And Newsom standing up and different one. The second tier is brilliant. And the Dems have a real problem with getting rid of the current leadership.
Yeah,
who's the leader? Here's a test for the viewers. Who is the leader of the Democratic Party? The Democratic National Party. Ken Martin. Who's heard of Ken Martin? We don't know what the man looks like.
That's true.
He is the leader of the Democratic National Convention. I need say no more.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
I think the first thing we need to do.
I'll be honest, I haven't heard of him.
Wasted. Hakeem Jeffries is charming, but he's not
strong.
mongrel enough.
But he's just well, what can we do? You guys didn't vote for us. Oh, well. And, it's like, no.
No, and wait till I tell you about clause 4 on page 56. That's really no. So that's the test for the Dems. If they hang on to the old way, it will not serve the people. They have to actually let the AOCs and the Jasmine Crockett's and everyone off the leash.
Yeah, and I like Sheldon Whitehouse. I like Bernie Sanders. But even Grassley and, of course, Nancy Pelosi is not coming back. The rest of them, the old folks, they need to go.
They need to all go and be mentors. Move over, be mentors, but let the next gen come through. Because America is 50 little countries, right?
Yeah.
Now, AOC is brilliant in New York and probably Florida or somewhere as a Spanish speaker. She's, but you have someone else in the heartland, someone else in the industrial north, someone else in California. They've got the talent everywhere, but they need leadership with courage, vision, someone scary and fabulous.
That's why I almost feel Gavin Newsom pretty much got the golden ticket, because he had no problem telling Trump off. That's what
and it stood out.
Yeah.
And it's like what happened with Canada. Canada was really over Justin Trudeau, really, and they were just about to go conservative. But when all this stuff went down, he rose up on the world stage, right? And I feel Newsom's like that. People might not like this thing or that thing or this thing, but you know what? He comes across well and he knows how to use a soundbite, and he crushes them like cockroaches.
When he was at that god-awful thing that was terrible, and poor Biden was so awful, God bless him.
Oh, it was
he made more sense than Trump did, but you had to read the words to understand. But anyway, when that reporter for MSNBC turned to him and said, didn't Biden just, what do you think about his mind? And he looked at her like she shit her pants. And he said, I think he's going to be considered one of the greatest presidents of this United States. He has done more for this country in terms of Roosevelt to him. He's this and that. He had her literally draining backwards.
Yeah.
Because he gave her a what for, and then he walked away.
Exactly.
And that's what we need somebody to say, F you.
Yes. And he doesn't care, calls it like it is, doesn't hurt that he looks kind of fine, and all of that.
He does have some of his stuff, I grew up in San Francisco. He's the first
Sure.
mayor that allowed gay marriage, and that was huge with the gay community who suffered greatly. But I will tell you, he was raised with a silver spoon in his mouth, kind of like John Kennedy. He had money, but he gets down in the dirt. He doesn't mind going in for the fight. So that I like about him.
And you need a fighter, and none of the other Dem leaders are fighters.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Somebody just said that Libby yesterday said she thinks Kamala may be the next AG.
Oh, she'd be
I'd
good.
love to see her as AG.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want her to run again as president. I have to say this. I'm sorry if people don't want to hear that, but no, she'd be a wicked AG.
Yeah.
She'd be great, And each to their own. People are talking about Pete Buttigieg. Make him Secretary of State. He speaks 7 languages or something. Not president, not vice president. Make him, people have their natural skill set. And that's what I mean.
Well, we'll piece it back together. You guys, we've been on over an hour.
Yeah, I have to go, and I'm sure you girls are busy too.
This was fun.
Yeah, it's so nice seeing you guys. Thank you, Tanya.
And thanks for organizing it, Tanya. So such a shame about the echo.
Yeah.
It's probably Elon Musk listening in.
I'm sure we've been listened to, but I want to thank every single one of you for coming and for sharing with the collective. Y'all, I think we have given everybody a little bit of calm for the rest of the summer. A little playlist to watch from the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
And we can all exhale, collectively exhale. We just got to remember, Donnie's here to break things. And once he breaks everything that he can break, the people are going to rise up. The energy is going to shift. We're going to be all right.
Let me ask everybody one last thing. Comparatively, when he won to now, are people witnessing the fall of Donald Trump or not? I'm witnessing it.
Yep. He's a spent force.
Yes.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks to all the viewers.
Lisa Foster, Ron, Marby, everybody was great.
And there's someone from Australia called Deana.
Thanks, Tanya.
Which is one of our sayings. Okay, bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Love you all. Cheers.
Well, you guys have a good night. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.